What's up, everybody? Trucker Warren here. Hey, does Landstar suck? Boy, judging by the comments in some of these videos that I've seen about Landstar, you sure would seem to think so. Well, we're going to talk about that and why it doesn't suck. Coming right up. Look at this. Isn't this a great place to be stuck? For the weekend, I got my lawn chair. I got my grill. I got my ribeyes. Yeah. We're gonna enjoy a little peace and quiet out here. All right, well, there's three things you need to survive here at Landstar. First thing is relationships. You gotta make relationships with people there, whether it be the Rockford office or down there in Jacksonville, but you need to make relationships. Find the people that you like to work with, whether it be the BCO advisor, contractor services, someone like that. And when you find the ones that you like, get their email and email them for them to call you. Because, it's like any other company. There's good people and there's people that aren't so willing to help, or maybe it's just your personalities clash. It's just like anything else in life. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that you guys don't clash for some reason. So I've got my short list of like 4 people I deal with at Landstar, and that's about it. Anybody that tries to enter my world from outside that scope, I go back to the same 4 that I, deal with all the time. And I know there is particularly one of you that's watching. You know who you are. I really appreciate everything that you do for me. So that's the number 1 thing, is relationships. Number 2 is you got to give it time. I mean, things don't happen here overnight. It takes a while to get to know who the agents are, who you will haul for, and who you won't. I could probably do a video if you guys want in the future about how to work the load board here, and who to haul for and who not to. And I won't say who not to, but how to spot. That's what I'll do, is how to spot good agents on the load board. That's what I'll do, because I don't want to put anybody down. Them agents, they're just like us. They're out there trying to make a living as well. But it's your bottom line as a BCO, as a truck driver, it's your bottom line you got to protect. So, and then the third thing is you got to keep these people out of your head. These people that are trying to tell you that Landstar takes too much of a percentage, or Landstar sucks. I had a speeding ticket for 5 miles and over and Landstar fired me. Well, of course, it's Billy Bob sitting over there at the buffet at the TA. That's exactly what he's going to tell you. Landstar fired me and all I had was a ticket for 5 mile an hour over, but he doesn't tell you about the 20 other things, that he did before that. It was just the straw that broke the camel's back, and Landstar said, enough is enough. We're not going to have you here. But I could tell you, as a 16-year veteran here at Landstar, Landstar's got your back. Now let me preface that with saying, Landstar's in business to make money. So everything they do at Landstar is to improve their bottom line. You got to get that in your head. First thing, they're a business, they need to make money. So all the training that they give you, when you go back to hazmat, every 3 years you got to renew your contract and you got to redo your hazmat, or if you get into heavy haul or platform vehicles, you've got to go to class for that, your defensive driving classes, all of that sort of thing. It's all to protect you and their bottom line. Because if you're a better driver, you have less accidents, you have less out of services because of hazmat issues, because you know better. They're going to be profitable, you're going to be profitable. So let's just get that straight right now. They're in business to make money. Now, with that said, they are a wealth of information and a great source of help whenever you need it. I mean, every time you pick up a hazmat load, if you call hazmat, you send them the paperwork, they will guarantee it. They will guarantee that the paperwork's right, or they will, they'll tell you whether it's right or not. And then if they say it's right, they'll guarantee it. You won't get in trouble if you have a hazmat violation, which I've never had one as a result of, asking Landstar to check my paperwork. I had a violation one time because the placard on the side of the vehicle blew off just before the weigh station there in Oregon. And of course I got violated. Who doesn't get violated in Oregon? But at any rate, you got to keep those naysayers out of your head. Don't listen to Billy Bob. They're going to tell you, that's one of the things that they're going to tell you, is that they got fired for, something minimal. My favorite saying here is at Landstar is, there's always more to that story than what they're telling. The other thing is going to be that they couldn't make it. They couldn't make any money. Ask them how long were they here. They said they'll say a month or two, or it takes time, like I said. And the other thing, like I said, was relationships. I tell you, I've seen a lot of changes. I've been through a lot of things in my own life. The death of two parents 10 years apart. I've had the engine blow up in the Great White Hope here. And Landstar, I said they have your back. They do. I didn't know how I was going to put a motor in this truck. It was in 2019, just before COVID hit. And I won't really give you dollar figures, but I rebuilt it myself. And let's just say that they put up about 2/3 of the money towards that rebuild. If you're a runner, if you're, they base things like that on your performance, your history, your length of time. It almost sounds like an internal credit score or something. They base it on all that. If you're somebody that doesn't work, they're not gonna, make an investment in you, in your truck, to help you get it running again so you could just sit there and do nothing again. They want to know that they're going to get paid back, obviously. Again, they're out here to make money too. So they definitely have helped me out on more than one occasion. The biggest thing here is you have freedom. Some people don't know what to do with freedom. They need someone to hold their hand. They need someone to tell them where to go. They don't know what to do when they're here, and they miss being at a company. Being a company driver. And those are the people that you're going to run into out there that says, that say they couldn't make it here at Landstar, and they ended up going back to wherever it was they came from. I'm not going to name anybody, but you definitely have freedom to do what you want to do. It's the last probably 4 years since I've been building my homestead down there in Arizona. I've only worked about 6 months a year is all I've been working. And I can come out here, I can make money, I can go back home and then work on building my house and come back out here, make some money. You just have the freedom to do what you want to do. And you've got, the other person that's going to tell you that it sucks here is because they think that 65% that you're getting isn't enough. You'll hear it, and I'm sure you've probably already heard it. I make 100% of what the broker gives me, but I always ask 100% of what? Let me give you a little math figure here. So let's say that a load on the Landstar board pays $10,000, and Landstar is going to get their 65%. In my case, I'm on an old contract that I get 67%, but that's a whole different story. It just averages out to 65%. So 65%. So you're going to get $6,500. Well, that's not the entire story. It's also the fuel surcharge, tarping charges, anything like that you might add on to it. That you get 100% of. But let's just call it the line haul at $10,000, so you get $6,500. I've sat right next to people loading the same load, and then they say, well, I get 100%. I said 100% of what? And they'll say, this load pays $5,000. So they're already getting $1,500 less than I am at Landstar. I'm not saying it's that way all the time, but when you're dealing with brokers, that happens quite a bit. And then on top of that, you got to pay a factoring company to get paid. If you get paid, how do you keep track of all that? If you pull a load for Landstar, you're going to get paid for it. Also, the insurances, if you looked at how much insurances cost, Landstar covers that. Yes, you pay a little bit for bobtail insurance and for cargo insurance, but just a little bit. It's not unladen liability insurance. It's not a lot, though, compared to what you would have to do if you were out there under your own authority. And then they take care of IFTA, logs. Boy, if you make a mistake out there on that under your own authority, and there are some people that could do it, don't get me wrong, I know they can, but if you're like me, you want help in that department, all you want to focus on is making money and driving, it's well worth it. And I think in the long run, a lot of the people, with a few exceptions that I've seen that have left Landstar, that have went to go do their own authority, have come back and told me, I wish I'd have never left Landstar. Right now, whether this is the place for you and whether or not it sucks. And what I can tell you is after 16 years, I can honestly tell you that Landstar does not suck. Even though I am my own business, I'm on my own out here, I don't feel like I'm at home. I feel like I've got a partner. I feel like the people, my strategic partners within the group are very, they're very valuable to me. They're an asset. And I don't think I could do it without them if I didn't have these people backing me up within the company. If you make those relationships, they'll go to bat for you when and if you ever are kind of in trouble. And that's happened with me before too. So the bottom line is, I just want to tell you, if you're here at Landstar now and you just started and you're frustrated, just give it time. You will learn the load board system. So that's it for now. Hey, if you found value in this little conversation we had here, please hit the like button, and subscribe, and that'll let me know you want more videos like this. I've got some ideas for a few other videos. I'd like to do one on how to navigate the Landstar load board, and if that's what you want, let me know down in the comments, and we'll catch you all next time.